What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Scythe, that's Antignorot, back again for another one of these heart-to-heart moments where I talk about, like, real-life stuff, you know? This is kind of just us hanging out, us having fun. With the success of the last video, you guys all were like, it seemed like it really touched your hearts and you guys really were into it and stuff, so I figured I would make another one of these. And, with these videos, it's a little bit tricky because I kind of gotta wait until I'm, like, feeling it, And so with, I've got some stuff that I need to actually talk about here. Just because I kind of gotta get it out there in the open, kind of get it off my chest and stuff, as well as just a bunch of other stuff that I just want to kind of explain a little bit of backstory about stuff. Excuse if you can hear the heat in the background. I think only people with headphones might be able to pick it up, but otherwise this mic's pretty good at condensing stuff anyway. But I gotta say about YouTube, I mentioned this in my last Scythe news. And I mentioned it. I didn't get into it. But as far as monetizing goes and stuff like that, now I know like everyone out there is talking about all this monetization crap, and even you guys like Boiling Action and Fallout King 2 were linking me videos of these other bigger time YouTubers, 100,000 subs plus, that were complaining about and talking about these errors. But I don't think people realize that there's actually been a recent, completely, like as far as I can tell, it's completely under the radar. They never had an announcement or anything like that. YouTube's been doing these stupid little hot fixes and stuff. And the most recent one is just horrible. First and foremost, for those that do not upload videos, let me explain. When you upload a video, you can put it up for monetization. And what this means is that you can put the advertisements on the video. So any of my videos that you see with advertisements are either videos that I've enabled advertisements because it gives me like a few cents or something for everyone that views it, and anyone that clicks it, it gives me a little bit more cents or some crap like that. I'm not exactly sure. And then there's other instances where my video will get snagged by like whoever owns the rights to the game music or some crap like that, and then there will still be advertisements on that video, but my hard-earned work, that the precious cents is going towards them rather than me. So it's like they're putting commercials on my content, you know what I'm saying? And so with that, what's been going on recently, YouTube's had their bot system in place for a while, and I actually didn't deal with it because I didn't actually publicly announce. Like, I found tricks around it, and I think a lot of people did. Like, it's like one of the biggest ones was if you just lower the game volume just enough that it can't detect any of the game audio, then you don't deal with any errors, right? But it seems like recently YouTube has put a little hotfix where every single video of mine since last week instantly goes to the review process, where it's asking me to submit additional information to prove that I own the rights to my content, which is stupid because of course I do, but it's just YouTube trying to cover their ass, because as far as I know, recently they were there was some more law stuff. I think they were sued again by another music company, or almost sued or something. So they're just trying to cover their ass. It's all just about dollars and cents. And that's why I'm here to try and say, because from what I've seen from a lot of the bigger time YouTubers and stuff that actually do talk about this, now the guys way up top don't talk about this at all, but I'll get into that in a little bit. But it's like, I wanted to give you all a perspective from me, where I'm not actually making a living from this, and I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, my livelihood is at stake, and all of this crap that all those other idiots are saying, Nothing against them as far as their content goes. It's fantastic, and I love it. But it's like, again, it's just more people where it's all about the dollars and cents, so they're no better than what YouTube's doing in the first place, right? And I'm not, don't consider me judging towards them or anything like that. I try my best not to do that. I try to be professional, but it's like straight up, like I'm not making a living from YouTube, and by the looks of things, that might not happen. Just with how YouTube's been lately. I'm still testing some stuff. I'll still have to see. But it's like pretty much now the process is even a small time YouTuber like me, in order to monetize my videos, I have to actually contact the publishers of a game. Like right now, I've actually just recently sent an email to Chucklefish, that's the guys that made Starbound, asking them for permission to monetize my YouTube videos so that I can tell YouTube to get out of my face about it, you know? So pretty much, you know, what happens now is it's like I even tried to contact, like I even tried the YouTube forums. Of course, there's no help there because any CEO or representative that's going to talk on YouTube's behalf or any company's behalf is just going to say, well, it's not our problem, it's yours, the consumer. And it's like, well, no, it's not. You know, those comments single-handedly lose you customers, you guys, you know, like they've gotten so big that they think they can stay up top. And so I guess the point that I'm trying to make is it's like you'll see like any of the huge big time like YouTubers and stuff like you know, Tetra Ninja, the Rad Brad, Total Biscuit, and you know, like Syndicate, and even all the Minecraft guys and stuff like that. None of them particularly, like they mention all this monetization crap, but they don't really talk about it because they don't deal with it, because they're big enough that, you know, if YouTube screwed them over hard enough and they left, YouTube would lose how much money, you know? Because I mean they're getting traffic, you know, the traffic flow. Pretty much you gotta consider every view, like just to put it into perspective, every view that I get on any of my videos, whether I'm making a couple cents for it, is guaranteed making money for YouTube and Google, because it's traffic that's going through their website, you know? And that's just how the internet works and stuff. It's like how many hits is YouTube getting in a day? They're making a crap ton of money. But stuff like this with the monetization stuff, you know, it's very discouraging. That's the best way to put it. Because I just want to say here publicly right now, this is not going to in any way affect my content. You know, it may eventually, because I may have to outsource to like maybe try to find other websites or stuff like that. Like I'm actually looking into it right now. I mean, I know I'm pretty small time to actually be doing stuff like this, but I want to be able to, like, I love this. I love doing what I do, and you know, I love being able to entertain people. So I'm going to do this. I'm not going to stop doing this. It just means that I may have to find alternatives to YouTube. You know, one of the things too, like it's like you look at like the Angry Video Game Nerd. He voided all of this because he's got his own website, and any of his videos are getting hits on his own website. They do have a YouTube channel, yes, but you see that it's very backwards. Like they don't really try to keep it up to par with what their website is actually distributing. Plus, there's like a whole crap ton of more content on Cinemassacre than there is on the YouTube channel. And I'm just using that as an example because that might be what I could do for my future. You know, like another one too, Boiling Action showed me Gronked. I think that's his name. He's like a huge YouTuber, but he's like German, you know, a huge YouTuber, but you see like he's got his own website which outsources and stuff like that. And it's like, you know, if you own your own website, like that's where with all this YouTube stuff, one of the things that a lot of Let's Players have been using in their own defense lately is the whole like fair use, which doesn't really apply to YouTube anymore because, you know, YouTube is privately owned, so it kind of voids fair use. And I think YouTube didn't really care about it at first, but now with the recent heat that they've been taking, you know, it's kind of like, yeah, it's all iffy, it's all weird, you know. And so, I mean, the biggest thing is it's just, as far as affecting me, it's mainly just a headache because now I'm having to spend my time to contact game publishers and crap, when that's time that I could be recording, you know, that's time I could be video editing, you know. So it's just like it gets really tough, you know. And I'm not gonna sit here trying to, you know, oh, it's so hard for me and crap like that, you know, because I mean I don't value people's work as better or worse than each other. I think everything is necessary for living. you know? Like, it's like someone would argue that a doctor's more important than the guy that flips burgers at McDonald's. But it's like, I mean, he takes his kids to McDonald's too, man. Otherwise, he could be making burgers himself, you know? So it's like everyone's just as important for this wonderful thing that we call the world. And with YouTube, I mean, I don't want to make this whole rant just about YouTube and stuff. So I will just say finally right here that unfortunately it looks like they finally shot themselves in the foot. Like, nobody wants to say it, but they're going down. Like, straight up, YouTube has royally screwed themselves. And unless they dig themselves out of this, which isn't going to happen, because that's what everyone's been waiting for like years, is when is YouTube going to get their asses out of the situation and actually fix stuff, which they aren't doing. So they're just going downhill. This is it. This is finally it. Like, I've already seen on forums and stuff like this, countless YouTubers are just giving up, you know. Channels that are still small time, but they're even bigger than me. Like, I've seen people with 10,000 subscribers quitting. I've seen people with 100,000 subscribers quitting, you know, left and right. Everyone's just leaving YouTube, you know, like their stock is just going downhill since these recent upgrades and stuff like that. Downgrades, of course. So, I mean, we'll see what happens, you know. Is YouTube still going to be around and relevant in a year, in 5 years? I don't know. I mean, Google owns YouTube now. They've owned them for a while, and that's kind of when things started going downhill. And, you know, it's like Google, for example. You know, how often do you get people that saying, like, it's like, you know, Google's got all the Benjamins, and they got, like, all the publicity and stuff, but it's like, it's infamous for being a crappy search engine now, you know? And I went into that with one of my other videos. I'm not exactly sure which one, but I don't want to get too into all the techno babble and stuff about why they suck. But, you know, and I'm not trying to sit here bashing them or anything like that, you know, and first and foremost, I just want to say I'm not trying to bash YouTube. I think it is a wonderful technological marvel that is part of the internet and helped to make it what it is, you know, and I love YouTube. I really do. And I wish that I could keep doing what I do on YouTube. I am going to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm going to keep doing Let's Play videos and stuff like that. It just means that I may be forced to seek other alternative means if YouTube doesn't step things up, you know, because as much as I don't want to talk about the money, like when they're stealing, because that's what it is, my content that I work very hard on, you know, and trying to say that it's not mine, and then I have to go through all this. I have to go through all of this red tape to tell them that, no, these are my videos and I own the rights to them. Like, it's like, even this video right now, this video, which is just me intimately in front of a camera, they're going to nab it. And I can't for the life of me. Like, I've already tested a bunch of stuff. I'm still testing stuff right now. I can contest it and say, this is my video, this is me, what gives, and I'm not going to get a response. You know, I'm not going to monetize this video. This video, I guarantee you, is not going to get monetized, even though there is absolutely nothing that is within copyright breach within this video. That is how messed up YouTube has gotten with their recent update, you know, and this update isn't the one that everyone else has been talking about. This is very recent. Only about a week or two ago, they had this update kick in, and things have just been, you know, like the videos just get deadlocked in the review process, and then after a while they refresh with the little exclamation point asking for additional information. But it doesn't matter what information you give them. It doesn't matter if I tell them, hey guys, Turok 2 isn't owned by anyone because a claim went bankrupt years ago and doesn't exist. No, that doesn't matter, because they just ask for more information. And they don't tell you specifically what information that they want. Like, it just, frustrating, man. Like, it's annoying as hell to deal with. And the odd thing is that all my videos prior to this update are still monetized. Because guess what? They're still within copyright. as much as I'm a small-time YouTuber and stuff, I learned a long time ago how to deke and dodge and get out of the way of the copyright infringement. That's what the series Thief, my Thief series, which I know it isn't that popular or anything like that, but it's like that's what that series was specifically about. That is why there is no game audio and no cutscenes, because I was doing it as a test series to try and see whether or not my videos would still get snagged. And they are. Those Thief videos, even though, they have my commentary over them and stuff, they're still getting nabbed. I don't know why. It's crazy. But I mean, excuse me. But I don't want to make this video just about that, I just wanted to kind of include and let you all know this is what's been going on, this is what's been going down for me. Because, I mean, I know there's other channels talking about it, but maybe you didn't see what they talked about, and I'm not going to sit here trying to defend the company, and I'm definitely not going to try and sit here and say, oh, I'm going to quit YouTube. No, I'm not. I wanted to kind of, that kind of is the whole point of this rant in the first place. Like, it's like, I just got to let this all go and get it off my chest, because it's like, honestly, if it just keeps getting to this point where I have to actually contact these companies for permission and stuff, and if it still doesn't work after that, then I'm not even gonna bother. Then I'm just gonna let it go. I'll just wait till YouTube resolves the issue, or till another site shows up that tops YouTube, and I'm going to focus more attention on my videos and stuff like that, because I can't be bothered to put my attention on this stuff. I'm way too small time for this kind of crap, man, I can't. I don't have enough time. And, that, again, here's another thing that I wanted to, like, straight up, it's like, I'm small time as hell, and I need a freaking PR guy. I need someone else that could be doing this for me. I need someone else that could go and contact Deep Silver. I think, they were Piranha Bytes. They turned to Deep Silver. I don't know I know they own the rights to the Gothic series and franchise, but I don't know if that means they own the rights to Gothic 1 and 2 and 3. Maybe it does. We'll see. I don't know. But it's like, I need someone, to contact them, get permission. I need someone to find out what exactly it is that YouTube wants me to specifically state to them in order to monetize my videos, and then just copy and paste, send it to me, and then I could just copy and paste that and send it to them. Now, I'm not careful. I'm being careful, because I'm not actually, I can't afford to hire someone to do that. If someone would want to do that, that would be fantastic. But I mean, if not, whatever, that's fine. I'm not exactly like looking for someone. I'm just saying that's what I need. That would be fantastic. But it's like, yeah, right. I don't even have like 10,000 subscribers or something, and it's like, don't get me wrong. Like, it's like, I know that I'm modest. I know that, guys. I know. But at the same time, I'm realistic, because I am a small time YouTuber, and even when I get big, because it's going to happen, and I don't know if it's going to happen on YouTube or not, because, I mean, just with what everyone's been saying to me, and I'm not trying to get all egotistical here or anything like that, but it's like, I know that I have a personality to actually be at the top. I know that. I've worked my whole life to be able to handle myself in these types of situations. I didn't know it was going to be specifically for YouTubes and Let's Play videos and stuff like that. I just do what I love, and, put all my heart and passion into it as much as I can. And I guess that's the point of this video, is I'm just saying, like, it's like, I've been a little bit stressed out because of it, not because, like, not because of the typical things, like, it's like, comments or some crap like that, that's fine. I can deal with that. I can deal with all the criticisms and junk like that. I've already mentioned that in my last video. I grew up tough. So it's just, as far as this stuff goes right now, like, it's exhausting. That's it. It's like what was that movie? The Other Guys. You see that one? With Mark Wahlberg and Oh, Will Ferrell, that's it. And he's like, I'm tired of you being like angry all the time. It's exhausting. Like, you know, it's exhausting to constantly be trying to contact YouTube and figure out what the hell is going on and have to go onto forums and stuff and search through Google and junk. And it's just like, ugh. You know, because you never get anywhere. It's the same as that day when I ended up getting my video card here, and I wasted an entire day trying to research it and look for information that could help me out, and nothing was there. Because you know, I come from the time, like, I'm old enough, and, you know, a lot of you guys are old enough too, where we were around since the internet just started. And I mean, I don't view myself as like the most tech savvy guy or anything like that. But because I've used computers and stuff since I was little, I naturally do know a lot about computers, more than I let on. More than I give myself credit for. That's the proper way to put it. So it's like, you know, I can say that's one of the biggest frustrations for me, is that there's no tech savvy people out there anymore, or at least they're not commenting on forums and crap, you know, because they're busy fixing their issues themselves and they don't even bother, you know. But again, like, even another thing to do with all the Google and stuff and bad Google search, it's like DuckDuckGo, you know. What's the one quote everyone keeps saying with DuckDuckGo? It's better than Google, you know, and that's where it starts, right? That's where it starts. That's already it. Google is steadily going downhill, and other search engines are going to take it. YouTube is steadily going downhill, and other sites are going to take it, you know. Like, I've looked into alternative sites, you know. Dailymotion is apparently another one that's kind of up there, but I mean, none of them compare to YouTube, especially with the amount of traffic that they distribute, of course. And I really do hope that they can resolve these issues. I do. But I may have to outsource, you know. Like, I already have the domain scytheplays.com, you know, and my fiance, who's actually learning like graphic design and stuff like that, she's actually learning web design right now too. So we'll see what happens, you know. I mean, maybe it might be a year or two before that actually starts, but I may end up like trying to design like an actual website for it rather than using the YouTube. And maybe YouTube will just be like the outsourcing, you know. It'll be like, hey, check out these videos. I don't know. Who cares? I'm rambling. That's what this video is about. You know, another thing that I wanted to touch upon, but now it's kind of like this video's kind of lost focus for me and kind of just been focusing 100% on this YouTube stuff. And it's like, so yeah, I guess with that, I'll there's a couple other topics that I have written down here that I wanted to touch upon, but I don't know if I should touch upon them now so that this video can kind of stay like in its own category, you know. But just that, like, it's like, I really hope that they can resolve these issues. Otherwise, this might be it, guys. This might be the beginning of the end. This might be the downfall of YouTube, like, straight up. You know, again, I reiterate, I'm not going to quit doing what I'm doing. I'm going to keep doing this, and, you know, I'm working extremely hard to find a way that I can continue to do what I do for all of you guys and girls, you know, and for myself, because I love it, you know. So I'll find a way, you know, and you guys will all know. I'll definitely include it and let you all know what's going on, you know. As for right now, this has already gone on for like 24 minutes, and I kind of gotta get back to work. Yeah, I was actually in the middle of editing a Gothic video, and I also gotta get Freaky Friday ready and stuff like that. So, and I gotta see if I got a response from Chucklefish, the Starbound guys, although I don't expect to get that for a little while. Actually, no. I'll keep that separate. I gotta keep that separate. You know what? Screw it. I'll talk about other things. Okay. So first of all, that's the thing. That's why I'm not gonna stop what I'm doing, man. I don't want to sound as negative as all those other people always do, because I've seen plenty of our videos and they're very, very negative. I think that they're very negative people. You know, I'm not going to say anyone specifically, but it's like, wow. You know, I feel a lot better actually talking about it, letting you all know what's going on, because now I don't have to keep hinting at it in some of my other videos and stuff like that. You know, like this is kind of just been a rant type of thing. And I just wanted to make all this information publicly known as far as my incredible subscribers have gone. You guys are incredible, like straight up. I gotta say, you know, everyone was saying on my last video that I'm like the nicest guy on YouTube or on the internet. And it's like, no, man, it's all of you guys that are the nicest. You are the nicest, kindest, most incredible subscribers I could ever ask for. Like straight up. You know, you see other people's videos and it's like even their subscribers are kind of bashing them and stuff like that. And it's like, you know, you guys are nothing but positivity back at me for the positivity that I'm distributing, you know? It's not that I'm like one of those guys that's like overly positive and not sincere or anything like that. It's just that I choose not to be negative, I guess. You know, it's like even with like swearing in my videos and stuff like that. It's not that like I've touched upon this once in my Skyrim stream. I think it was the first time I streamed Skyrim. But now I can actually talk about it officially here. It's like I have nothing against swearing. As far as my personal life goes, I swear up a storm, especially when I get angry. But I don't believe that it's professional to do it publicly. You know, like I only ever swear behind closed doors with my family and stuff. I never, like if I'm out somewhere, I try my best not to swear. And especially even when I'm out with friends and stuff like that, I try not to swear that much in front of them, not unless I'm like really close with them. But I mean, since I moved, I don't really have that many friends that are out here, you know, and it's not like, it's not that there's a separation or anything like that. It's just, I want to keep the relationships clean, you know, and that's why it's like, you know, that's where, the Minecraft guys were actually a big inspiration for me, when I was starting what I was doing, because, you know, my first videos, I swore. You know, I was just one of those casual, you know, normal dudes playing games and swearing at it and stuff. I actually, it was a lot of thought went into whether or not I would stop swearing on my channel, you know, and, you know, I don't look back at it. I think that it forces me into a position where I can be a lot more clever, you know, with my humor. I mean, I know my humor is kind of playing dumb, but that's what I think is funny anyway. And so it's like, you know, when things go wrong, I'd rather say, tables and chairs rather than, you know, drop an F-bomb or something like that, you know, because especially with, and nothing against him because he's an awesome dude, but especially with like the popularity of the angry video game nerd or PewDiePie and stuff like that, or Rooster Teeth, you know, it's like these are all these normal people that swear all the time. You know, and that's just how people are. You know, I know that it's the norm for people to be swearing. I know that a lot of people that watch my content swear a lot in real life and stuff like that, you know, and, you know, some people that I contact on Steam and stuff like that, it's like, you know, they swear and stuff, and it's like, I'll drop one or two every now and then, maybe if I'm frustrated or something like that. And it's nothing against them. Like, that's the thing. It's nothing against swearing. It's just that. It's just a personal preference. I think that there is too much of it on the internet. You know, like, too many times, prime example, this is what sold me on it. Too many times have I seen other YouTubers playing a child's game, like, straight up, like something, like Minecraft, for example. And I'm not dissing anyone that plays it. I'm just saying that it's a very childish game. Like, it's very, what I mean by that is it's like kids can play it. I guess that's the better way to put it, right? Because it's not, I'm not saying like it's a game for kids or anything like that. I'm saying more like the Lego games and stuff like that Johnny, my brother, and I have been doing and stuff like that. It's like those games are for kids. They are. But they're awesome for adults too. You know, I enjoy them myself. But I've seen too many Let's Plays where they'll be playing them, and it's not that they're sitting there swearing up a storm. It's that they're sitting there and they will have like a 20-minute video, and they only that's the issue, is they only drop one swear. You know? That's the problem. That's why I kind of stopped swearing in my videos, because it feels extremely out of place for me. You know, like it's like playing these, especially like with the popularity of indie games. Oh, excuse me. That's the ECAN talking. Especially with indie games and the popularity of them, like it's like, you know, like where it'll be like a 30-minute walkthrough of the whole game, because usually they're pretty short, and then he just drops like this, not even a subtle one, it's like a hardcore, like really bad swear, you know? And it's like, dude, you didn't have to. You know? And I just think that it takes away from it. You know, that's just my personal, it's a personal belief, I guess, to say that I don't swear in my videos. God, I gotta shave. I know, only like half an hour later, I gotta shave. But I mean, you know, straight up, it's like I just decided, that's why I'm scratching my face so much. I'm actually really itchy, because that's what happens when you're a man and you grow a beard in like 2 seconds. I just shaved before this video. Yeah. But I mean, I got nothing against swearing. Like, it's like when I did the Left 4 Dead series with Sallow, which I'm hoping to eventually finish and start Left 4 Dead 1 with him as well. But it's like, he swears. I let it happen in the videos, you know. GTA Online, when I stream it with Bandy, Shay, and the others and stuff like that, they swear. And sometimes they let them slip out. And I'm not all like, oh, you guys, what the hell's wrong with you? Or anything like that. It's just, you know, I just, like I told them last time, it's like, keep it G. Because that's the thing, is there are little kids watching my channel and stuff. Like, you know, they're, especially like on the Mario series and stuff like that. That's why, like, it's kind of like contextual. Like when I'm playing Gothic and stuff, it's like, oh, hell, you know? But then when Johnny and me are playing Mario, we try our best anyways to say heck, you know? Because there's little freaking kids watching it, like, straight up. And that's, hell is still a swear for them, you know? I remember when I was that little, I wouldn't want to watch it. I wouldn't want to watch these videos, you know, with people swearing all the time, and it's ridiculous. But, you know, that's all I can really say about that. You know, I really do hope that they resolve all these issues and stuff. I do hope that they continue to thrive as a company, but they really gotta start working on, like, I will say this openly, I very much do not like the way that companies have gone these days, where everything is the consumer's fault. You know, like they treat us like we're idiots. Like even that response that I got from YouTube saying, like, it's like, oh, you know, the response I got was just saying that it didn't answer my question. Of course, because they never do. They always dodge it. It's like, what's his name? Todd from the Elder Scrolls games. You should see him at work, man. He's like their PR marketing guy. And when you see him at like E3 and stuff like that, man, that guy's good at what he does. He always, like, if someone hits him with a question, he always dodges it and presents a new question to answer his question. I remember when I was watching like E3 footage and stuff about when Skyrim was first coming out, and people were booing when horses were on the screen, you know, because they're crap. They are, like, they just can't get it together. And then he was saying, like, he dodged the question, and he was saying that, yes, you know, this isn't a final version, buzzwords of the horses, and, you know, we're working really hard. We've looked at games like Red Dead Redemption, another buzzword, because you instantly think how good the horse riding is, you know, and all of this stuff. And then guess what happened? The game was released, and the horses did not change since E3. They're horrible. There wasn't even horse combat until the patches, like, way later, which it's still a fantastic game, and I love it. I really do. It's one of my favorite Elder Scrolls games. Like, it finally, like, Morrowind was my favorite for the longest time. Oblivion was awesome, but it didn't top Morrowind in my mind. And Skyrim, as much as it downgraded a lot of the features, it did top Morrowind. That's for damn sure. Like, that was fantastic, man. You know, I still can't believe how bad Elder Scrolls Online is. I've been getting plenty of beta invites, eh? Like, hey, I'm Canadian. Can't go ride my polar bear to work. Yeah, you know? Oh, but it's, and my moose burgers. Oh, that's wrong. But I mean, straight up, you know, like I don't want to be sitting here bashing it. I know some people it's going to be their favorite game of all time, but I mean, Elder Scrolls Online is just another generic MMO, and they're trying to charge a subscription fee for it. That's it. That's it. You know, whatever. That's what these videos are kind of about, you know? Like, I'm a very comfortable person in most situations, you know, and I'm very comfortable talking, you know, and rambling about stuff. That's what these videos are. Like, I try my best to, like, if I'm rambling about something, I try to keep it consistent within a series, you know? Because that's kind of what I do. That's my commentating style, is to just kind of go on and on about stuff and explain facts and little things and blah, 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 blah. But as far as, like, this right here goes, this is just intimacy. This is like, this is like, what is it? Oh, Justice League. It's one of the cartoons. I want to make that reference, but my brain's not working. This is like Justice League, something about two Earths, Trouble on Two Earths. I don't know what it's exactly called, but it's that part with the Martian Manhunter where he's like sitting with the president's daughter. No one's gonna know this reference. And he's like, know me. Oh, nobody's gonna get that reference. a lot of what I say, believe it or not, here's the thing. I'm gonna say this right here, okay? A lot of what I say, and especially a lot of the stuff that I do with my brother Johnny, a lot of the things that we say that sound like we're just randomly spouting gibberish are actually references to stuff. Like our Secret of Evermore co-op series wasn't very popular at all, but that's the one where it's like we were really like, everything we were doing was a movie reference. Not everything, of course, you know, we're not like that. We're not like geniuses or anything like that. But it's like most everything we did was a movie reference. Even the title cards and the name of the episodes and everything. Because the main character is supposed to be a movie buff. So we took it as kind of like a time for us to make all the jokes about all the movies and stuff that we've watched from our childhood and stuff, you know. Which, of course, there's a crap ton of Back to the Future references. Because, I mean, that's just one of our favorite movies in general and stuff. But anyway, you know what? This video is long enough that it could be an indie movie or like a TV show. Like, straight up, like, we're almost on 40 minutes here, man. That's crazy. But, you know, we've grown a lot. We've talked about a lot of stuff. I ran out of my ECAN, which I'm trying to cover the label because I don't know if that's going to be copyright, right, YouTube? Come and get me. No. I want to say, as far as all the YouTube monetization goes and stuff, and everyone was getting a little scared for me for a little bit, I have never dealt with a copyright infringement. My videos are just not getting monetized. I've never had one of my videos flagged, and I've never had one of my videos taken down for copyright. I specifically avoid anything like that, and it is very disappointing that things are downgrading the way they are. Looking at my Thief series, where I took away the cutscenes and pretty much took away the game audio and stuff like that, which was good for me because, oddly enough, there's a lot of swearing in that game. Yeah, I know, weird. But, just like, it's disappointing for me to only realize now that since the most recent update that even though I took away the audio and cutscenes, my videos are still not getting monetized, which means I could have had the cutscenes to begin with. You know, but whatever. I mean, that series is more just for me and for the hardcore fans that want to check that series out. You know, the videos are only like 10 minutes long because that way I can have them coming out like every day. And I just kind of want, it's another one kind of like the Lego Movie game that we did where it's just kind of so that it's there. because I just wanted to express how awesome that game is, especially for a modern game. You know, like I hate on modern games quite a bit. I don't find most of them to be as entertaining as some of the classics used to be. You know, and I touched upon that last time. But you know what? I mean, this is already 40 minutes long. I just want to say, again, thanks to anyone that's actually watched through this whole thing. You know, it means a lot. Your comments always help me out. You know, like, I just love it. I love all of you. I love what I do, and I am not going to stop. I don't care if I'm not getting cents from my videos. I'm not going to stop, you know? They're not going to be able to bring me down. The man's not going to bring me down. Where's my tie-dye shirt? You know, like, straight up, man. All these corporations and stuff keep trying to do this, and all these other YouTubers are being so discouraging to everybody else, you know? Like, I'm not saying don't get into YouTube. Do it. If that's what you're passionate about, you do it, man. You know, you want to start videos, you start them. I've had people talk to me saying that they want to start doing videos. And, you know, I've had a couple people that have started doing YouTube because of me. And that's fantastic. You know, if I can inspire people to go out and do what they want to do, then game over, man. Who's the real winner? You know, I may not be making sense off of my videos and stuff, but I mean, there's no price on that, right? And it's like, you know, I've had other people who I won't name names, but I've had not just one, but quite a few other people that, you know, will be saying, like, it's like, you know, I want to start videos, but I'm not as high energy as you, and I don't know if I want to be playing video games and stuff like that. And it's like, well, you know, that's the thing, you know, you got to make peace with who you are as an individual. I am a high energy individual, you know, I'm very loud. That's how I am. This is who I am as a person. I'm not faking it. You know? I'm not going into my videos and faking my energy at level 10. Yes, I put it up there because I want my videos to be entertaining, and I'm not going to be all, hey, all right, we're going to go to the left now, because I personally don't find that entertaining. That doesn't mean that you can't be successful doing that. I've seen plenty of people, like, one of the reasons, here's my justification. One of the reasons that I do not do Minecraft videos is, one, because everybody does it. And two, I don't have the proper format for Minecraft. I'm crazy. And I get bored with Minecraft. You know? Like, I would be sitting there screaming all the time. It's like my brother and me did that one co-op split screen on the 360 edition of Minecraft video, and you saw it was chaos, you know? And most people that are looking for Minecraft videos aren't looking for that. That's what I think anyway. You know, they're looking for that calm, it's this very zen game. So they're looking for someone who's very zen while playing it, you know, where it's like, all right, guys, let's go over here and, let's build this, you know? And I can do that. The closest I get to that is in my Starbound builds, but I just really like that game. I don't know what it is. I'm like one of those retro weirdos where it's like, I like the graphics, you know? That's what sells me on it. I like the graphics of Starbound. The game itself is pretty damn awesome too, you know? And just that. Like, it's like, you know, I do what I do what you do. You know? You don't gotta try and live up to me. Even that. Like, it's like, you know, you can be inspired by other people, but there is a point where you have to grow past your idols. You know, that's something that I believe. Like, it's like, you know, especially like even for music and stuff, I always look up to, you know, like Bono. It has been a huge influence. And I know that's like generic and everyone else says that, but I'm saying, like, as far as music goes and as far as stage presence goes and stuff like that, you know, he's crazy. He's off the wall. And I'm not like saying that when I go up on stage, I'm like Bono or anything like that. No, when I go up on stage, when I do my videos, I'm me. I'm like Scythe. There's only one way you can do it, and that's my way, you know? And that's where, you know, people can have their criticisms and stuff like that, but it's like, I'm not about to change who I am. And I don't mean like that doesn't mean that if I'm doing something wrong or weird in a video, it doesn't mean that I'm not willing to change that and to work to improve myself. You know, like Gothic, for example. You know, you guys have helped shape me into being a freaking pro. Not really. I'm still, I view myself as slightly above average. But I mean, other than that, you know, it's Gothic, whatever. I'm not some pro. I didn't grow up with it like a lot of people did, you know? And you gotta just do your own thing. You gotta just do it the way you gotta do it. And you gotta be able to love who you are as an individual. And with that, like, that's the thing is, one of the tricks that I do, I think this is a touchy subject, because I don't know if it's going to be explained or expressed properly, but I hope you will all understand that I think that the key to success is being able to ignore negative comments and positive comments. Because you can't be affected by the positive comments as far as letting your ego get too big or acting like you're some dude changing the world. You know, you can't let it go to your head, because then you're going to lose sight of yourself and lose sight of what you're doing. And you definitely can't let the negative comments affect you either, because then, you know, then you're just going to be hating on yourself, you know? Like that's the thing is, it's like, I guess straight up, man, I learned that from the ghetto. I did. I learned that from the ghetto. I learned that from my experiences as a human being. I learned that from being in very dangerous situations, as well as situations where I've been successful. It's like, prime example, because we were talking about this with one of our friends too. A lot of people don't see, some people may not understand this, but rejection, just the word itself. I do not believe, like, I've never been rejected. You know, there's people that will say like, oh no, you suck, or I'm not going to watch your videos and stuff. I don't view that as rejection. If you don't succeed at something, I don't view that as rejection. I don't view that as a negative. I view that as something that you can turn into a positive, and you can learn from it. You learn from everything that you do. So how is anything bad? And I'm not saying here being one of those, one of those weirdos that's like in denial about life or anything like that. You know, I know the harshness of reality, but at the same time, I acknowledge that there is a positive and a beautiful thing about the world that we live in, you know? And I know I'm getting into stuff that is beyond YouTubing, but I mean, straight up, it's like, you know, like you guys and girls alike, and just everybody, like, it's like, that's what I love about this whole YouTube thing. What I love about it is, you know, I love making the videos and interacting with you guys and stuff, and I love people. That's why I make the videos in the first place, you know? And I've learned a lot about who all of you are as individuals, as well as you've all learned about me, you know? Like, it's very, I guess you could say I'm one of the most personal YouTube channels out there, I guess. I don't know. Is that a good thing? I don't know. I know some people get weirded out by it, but I mean, I just think they got intimacy issues and whatever. Like that, like I say in my last video, like, it's like if somebody hates on my videos, good. Because then that's one less person that I'm going to have to deal with, you know, as far as negativity wise. Like, that's why it's like, I mean, I'm not really done up right now, but that's why it's like when I go out on the town and I dress the way I do, like, I get a lot of slack for it. I do. You know, people make fun of me, people diss me for it and stuff. And I mean, all it says to me is, all right, now I know not to talk to that person, rather than getting to know them and then getting screwed over. And I'm not trying to be a cynic. I'm not trying to say it negatively or anything like that. My positive to it is that the people that do genuinely enjoy my company, and the company that, you know, this applies to everybody, is that I know that they're already looking past, you know, all of that stuff, all of the frontal image that people have, you know? And that's where it's like, especially with all you guys, like, because YouTube's all anonymous and stuff like that, like, I've or not YouTube, just the internet and stuff like that. Like, it's like, you know, I'm actually very surprised. I've said this before, I'll say it again. I am very surprised at how warm and positive everyone's been to me throughout my whole YouTube career. You know, and I know I'm not really at the point where I can say it's a career yet, but hopefully someday, you know. But my point being just that, like, it's like, you know, I'm used to people hating for no reason. I'm used to people just, hey, you know, you suck and crap like that. Honestly, I am in shock, straight up, that I haven't dealt with many of that at all. Like, I could count my total negative comments on 2 hands, straight up. That's astonishing. So all that says to me is that I must be doing something right, you know, and yeah, that's all I can really say. But anyway, you know what? This video's gone on for like 50 minutes now. I don't think that many people besides all you hardcore fans are going to actually watch through this whole thing, you know, especially with the huge YouTube rant at the beginning. But either way, you know, I hope you enjoyed this video. This has been another kind of heart-to-heart moment with all you guys. You know, you treat me with respect, I treat you with respect. That's kind of how it goes. So you know, I'll let you know who I am as an individual, let you guys know my beliefs on certain things. I'm not about to get into, yeah. Well, I'm not about to get into, like, when I say beliefs, don't misunderstand. I'm not about to, like, get into religious beliefs or anything like that. You know, that's unprofessional. You know, you don't get into that stuff. That's just for behind closed doors. But I mean, that's where it's like, I'm willing to talk about YouTube stuff. I'm willing to talk about my personal beliefs of as far as success goes. And I mean, if you want me to talk about people being awesome, I could go on and on about that, you know. So yeah, I mean, that's it. Otherwise, I'm just going to start another rant here. So anyway, I just want to say thanks to every single one of you for checking this video out. Thank you all for subscribing. Thank you all for sticking around. You know, I'm not going to stop. As much as YouTube is going downhill and stuff, I don't think that their site is randomly going to close one day. So we'll see what happens. Maybe some other site will end up being more popular than YouTube, and I will have to start trying to make a career on there. But that doesn't mean that I won't stop uploading videos to YouTube or anything like that. You know, I mean, honestly, we'll have to see. We'll see what happens. But anyway, this has been long enough. I got to get to work. I gotta get to work. I work very hard. Straight up. Like, as soon as I get up, I'm on the computer, and I'm pretty much on the computer until I go to bed, you know? And as far as it is right now, like, it's like, right now I can do that. Right now I'm fortunate enough to be able to do that because, I mean, you know, right now, like, with my fiance being in a long-distance relationship, I can commit pretty much 100% of my time to this, to YouTubing, to creating videos and stuff like that, because I know when, you know, she ends up moving in with me and stuff like that, I know that I'm going to have to cut down on my workload a little bit and try to figure things out. But, I mean, we'll deal with that when we get there because that's still a while off. But straight up, you know, you guys are awesome. I love you all. Straight up, I love you. You don't get that much on videos these days, do you? But, I mean, you know, straight up, you know, I love doing what I do. I'm so happy doing what I do. You know, as much as all this stuff stresses me out and stuff like that, I've never been one to give into, like, I'm happy. I'm always happy. I've never been one to, like, here's a quote from me that hopefully will change someone's life. I know that sounds wrong. I'm getting all deep. Single tear. But it's like, don't let one negative day change your mind when you've had a whole week of good. You know, people go out there and they try to say that, oh, you know, psychology 101 and you get more affected by the negative than the positive. I think that's a choice, you know, and other people may take that as blame. in which case, again, they're just a very negative person. You know, you can take it as you will. But I just believe, like, I'm not sitting here in denial or anything like that. I am just very happy doing what I do. I love my life. I'm noticing the lighting is changing quite a bit as the sun comes out, so perfect timing here. Do what you do what you love doing, and, you know, no matter what, if you never quit on yourself, you will be successful at what you do. And that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be a superstar. That doesn't necessarily, like I'm not sitting here hoping that I become as huge as PewDiePie or anything like that. I just want to, what would be a dream come true for me is if I could at least be making a solid living from this. That's pretty much it. Because then I could continue to make videos as often as I do and won't have to get some 9-to-5 crap, you know? I refuse to get 9 to 5 anyway. It's not that I have anything against it, but it's like, it's just not for me. I've tried it before. Like, I'm too, you know, like, to follow like the standard routine. That's one of the things that I love doing about Let's Plays, is because I get to play video games all the time, not just as games, but just as an experience, because you're always moving, you know? It's always something new. You're always experiencing something new, and that's what I love about it, you know, rather than like a clothing store where you just go in and you just sit there and wait for your shift to be over and stuff. Or Starbucks, where everyone's pretending that they're positive. And yeah, I used to work at Starbucks. It wasn't fun. Behind closed doors, the employees are very mean people. I wasn't. I was very happy. But I mean, holy crap, they didn't like me because I was so happy. That's my justification. Crazy world, man. It's a crazy world that I can actually be putting these videos out and someone's watching it from across the world. That's amazing, you know? This video is almost an hour now. Thank you all so much for watching. You know, I appreciate everything that you all do for me. And I'm very grateful that I can be able to do something for all of you that can, you know, whether it helps you through a tough time or you just enjoy it as entertainment, you know? Whatever it is. I just love it. I love doing what I do. Love all of you. Thank you all so much for watching, you know? And sayonara and stay epic, everybody.